Hi, I'm Nick Buick from the Onsite Manager. Today I'm going to be taking you through a little bit of information about our inspection system. Our inspection system, we've worked really hard to make sure it is very comprehensive and fully featured. It works by integrating several different systems together that are industry leading and best in class, and making it nice and simple for our managers to use without sacrificing any capabilities. So let's dive right in. If we log into our control panel here, you'll see your name at the top there. You can go to My Control Panel. This is where all of obviously your tools and services are that are built into our agency. And if we go down here to the Ideal Week Manager Availability, this is one of the fundamental components of the inspection management system that we use. In here, you can add any days of the week that you are saying that you'll be available to book inspections with individuals that want to look at your listings. So this will let them book inspections for any of your listings, be them rentals or sales. You can choose which, or you can do both within your complex. Pick a day of the week. For instance, I might want to do all of my inspections on Tuesday morning. So we put in Tuesday from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. I'm happy to see people through both my rental listings and my sales listings. So I'm going to hit add to schedule. And just like that, our schedule's been updated, and now people can book in inspections on any of my active listings on Tuesday mornings from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. If they book an inspection, we'll be notified about it with a diary management file sent to our email address. They don't confirm these inspections. It's assumed if you've nominated yourself to be available from 9 till 11 every Tuesday morning, then it assumes you're going to be available, and it's not going to ask you. It's going to say, hey, this guy has registered at the time frame you've said you're available to look at that listing. So do be careful with it. Don't put in 24/7 on there, because you're going to get people booking inspections at all kinds of weird times that you may not be available. Again, that's for every week, so it's not just for the coming Tuesday, it's for every Tuesday people can book in. It's very smart because it knows when your listing is occupied and when it isn't. So it knows if someone else is going there, it'll book an inspection 15 minutes after that person or before, rather than bunching everyone together. So you've got one-on-one inspection times, and it's really smart as well because it knows if the listing's tenanted or not by the availability date. So if you've got a tenant in there, it won't allow someone to register for an inspection closer than 24 hours, so that you've got enough time to get a Form 9. I think it's actually 48 hours, so that you can get that Form 9 issued. Otherwise, if it knows the property's available for immediate vacant possession, it will start booking in inspections within the following day. So very comprehensive, very powerful. The way it works is it's talking to another system here via API that we use called Inspect Real Estate. This is an industry leading system. It's best in class, and it's built right here in Brisbane by a software development company that specialises in real estate. It's a really great tool. You could run an entire Ray Whites off this thing nationally, and I think they probably do. So it's a wonderful system. It is very, very in depth. You can look here at all the menus. There's so many tools in here. It's mind blowing. I've been using it for years, and I still find so many new things every time I log in. So it is a lot, particularly for a MAPA manager with maybe 50 units in their rent roll. It's probably a little bit of overkill. So that's why we built our Ideal Week system to talk to it, because it makes it a whole lot simpler for you to use. If you do want your own login directly to the Inspect Real Estate system, you're more than welcome to have one. It comes with your account with us. So by all means, let me know, and I'll give you one. If you're feeling really adventurous, you can go in there and start playing around. But for most managers, it's just going to melt your brain. It melts my brain. So you don't need to log in there if you don't want to. Just use your Ideal Week system, and that will work just as well with it. The other way Inspect Real Estate works is if we go to our listings here, and we can bring one up here. Here's one of my listings I prepared earlier. We open up our listing, update it, and you've also got your open home inspection times. So these are similar to the Ideal Week, except these relate to a specific listing. So not to all of your listings. These relate just to this specific listing and just on this specific day. So not every Tuesday, but only Tuesday the 12th. So in that way, you select your date, you select your start time, you select your end time, you update it, and it gets added to your schedule. Maybe pay close attention to making sure that your calendar day is selected from the calendar. It has to be formatted in this exact order, like day of the month, then the month is a 3-letter word, and then the full year separated by hyphens. That's the only thing it's going to accept in that field. So a lot of managers will type call me for times and things like that in there, add that and then save it, and then wonder why their updates are failing. You can't do stuff like that. So you have to use the calendar here to select a proper date time. And then with these times, so for instance 1 p.m. to 2 p.m, make sure that your start time is before your end time. And again, that sounds a bit silly to say that, but the number of people that will then go like 1 p.m. to 2 a.m. and update it, and then again it will reject not only that update but any updates that you make until that's fixed. So you've got to be really careful with your inspection times, that they're valid, and that includes historical ones too. So someone might have a listing with an inspection that happened last year, but it's badly formatted. Nothing else is going to save on that listing until that inspection is correctly formatted. So it always pays to remove your old inspections afterwards, just so you don't invite any additional errors, and pay very close attention when creating inspection times that they're accurate. Now, obviously with the inspections that are open home, you can have as many people turn up as you want. It's not a one-on-one inspection the way that the ideal week is. So keep that in mind. They do work in slightly different ways. It will send all of this information over to realestate.com, to Domain, to all of the different portals. So your applicants can register for either the ideal week inspections or the open home inspections. They register in slightly different ways, but it's a very similar process. Once they have registered, this is when the Inspect Real Estate system really shines. So it manages all of those people that have shown interest in that property. It follows up with them before their inspection. It sends them a diary event for their calendar. It sends them a street map of how to get to the listing. It sends them your contact information and the information about the listing. And it follows up with them the day before the inspection, just to remind them, hey, listen, make sure you turn up tomorrow, so they don't forget and so they don't waste your time. If any activity occurs on the listing, for instance, if the rent drops or anything else that's relevant to people, it will then follow up with past inspectors as well. Hey, maybe you want to take another look at this listing. You're still interested. The price has gone down. It does a lot of lead management afterwards as well. It chases up again. We also chase them up with a text message after they've inspected, and also one when they've sent an inquiry. So our systems are also following up with these leads, making sure that we keep those applicants as hot as we can, and to try and convert one of them into a tenant. The other thing that I wanted to point out just before we go is, if you look at these listings here, and this is a brand new feature we just added today, obviously you've got your update button, you've got your brochure button, which opens our brochure. We've gone through that in other videos. And now we've also got a check-in button. So this will only display for you as the manager. No one else can see this button. But if you click the check-in button, what it does is it generates a QR code there on the screen. You can save that and print it out, put it at the entry of your open home or your inspection. And anyone who attends the inspection, all they have to do is open up their phone, take a photo of that QR code, and that will scan it and open up a survey app, which will take their full name, their contact information, and ask them some COVID safe questions to make sure that they are COVID safe and make sure that you're COVID safe compliant. On the conclusion of the inspection, we send all that information to you by email so that you have a record of everyone who's attended your inspection. It'll have all of their contact details on it and their COVID safe compliance. So that's a great new feature. Make sure you use it. It's going to save you a ton of time when you're setting up your open homes. Obviously your brochure as well. When you're running an open or an inspection, make sure you print out those brochures. You can hand them out to your tenants as they're coming in. They're great because they've got, again, your name on it, your phone number, street map of where the listing is, all the listing photos. It's a great memory trigger for when people walk out the door. They can come back and look at that brochure and jog their memory about what that listing has to offer. So that's a great little thing too to use for your inspections. And finally, over here in our control panel, we've also got a tenant application form. So again, you can hit that one that's under forms and paperwork there, print that out. It has all of the stuff that you'll need to collect in a tenant application. It's all filled out there, so they can fill that out by hand, with a pen and paper, give that back to you if they want to do an application on the spot. Otherwise, obviously, they can use OneForm, which is the online version. But if they want to kick it old school and print out a paper application, we give you one all ready to go, so you don't have to screw around making your own. So there's a bunch of tools there that you can use for inspection management. They're really handy. Like I said, a lot of managers aren't aware of them. So hopefully this little video sheds some light on all of that. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Remember to like and share and post any questions in the comments below. Thanks so much. I'm Nick Buick from The On-Site Manager. I'll see you next time.